Hi everyone, how are you doing? So, we are back with another video for the series of Salesforce interview questions. And as you know, that this series is quite specifically for business analysts and admin interview questions, and mostly for business analysts. So, yeah, the question for today that we are going to take up is tell me about the situation when you handled difficult stakeholders. So, this is a very common question that is asked in the business analyst interviews. And one of the other versions of is this question is can you give me an example of the situations where you handled difficult stakeholders, or do you have any experience in handling difficult stakeholders? So, when somebody in an interview is asking you, do you have any experience? So, that means they are looking forward to, for you to give a situational answer which is related to your experience. So we now we are going to discuss some of the situations that you can talk about. Although I would suggest that it is best to take up situations that are aligned to your own experience, no matter how small, but since they will be coming from your own experience, you would be able to answer them well. Or I am going to give you some examples, and you can, elaborate on your own, or just take hints from the discussion that we are going to have, and then you can talk about it. Yeah, so the first one is stakeholder not available. So you can talk about how in your past projects you were, gathering the requirements, or you had to discuss about a particular situation with a stakeholder, but they were not available. They were so busy in their schedule and they were not appearing for the meetings that you scheduled, or they were not turning up in the group calls as well, or they were not replying to your emails. So, how do you tackle that kind of stakeholders? So, you can say that you gathered the requirements from maybe their juniors from the on ground team, which was working under the senior stakeholder who was not available. You caught hold of people who were working under them or performing a lot of similar steps that this stakeholder was doing, and then you managed to get this stakeholders feedback in one of the group meetings where there were other senior stakeholders also, and there was like a pause of 5 minutes in the meeting, and then you discuss the situation with them. So that could be one of the examples. The other one is senior teammate dismissive of your opinion. So this is a very common issue that some junior business analysts might face. So here you can talk about how, when you joined a particular project and you were giving your own opinion, how the one of the senior teammates were dismissive of the opinions that you were giving, and they were not, putting forward your viewpoint to others. So you can talk about how, confronted this teammate, and they were very open to discussion about that, were they dismissive of your opinions or not, and then the situation improved, so that ways you were able to contribute to the project as well. The next one is stakeholders not agreeing to mutual requirements. This is also a very common problem, that when there are multiple stakeholders and all of them are affected, or maybe two parties are affected by a particular requirement, then how one of them is pushing for one kind of requirements in the same scenario, in the same use case, and how the other one is pushing for other kind of requirement. So you need to express how you were effective enough to bring both of them to a mutual grounds. You can take an example. So for example, you know one teammate wanted it to be to speed up the process of gathering the requirements and delivering the functionality, and how one of the other stakeholders wanted it to be an elaborative requirement. So how you brought both of them to common grounds by delivering what was necessary first, and then going into the elaborative functionality. So that ways you can satisfy both the stakeholders. So again, just these are a few of the situations. I would again suggest you to take examples from your own experience. And of course, while taking the interviews of business analysts, be it Salesforce or non-Salesforce, you should always keep in mind that the interviewer is looking for how ready are you to tackle difficult situations, how you put forward your team before your own your own self, and how you are effective communicator that gets problems and situations resolved by using effective BA techniques, BA skills. And always try to include some humor. Maybe like you can say that as a BA, I think every day we have to handle difficult stakeholders, that's our job, or something like that. Just you can add humor about maybe like some past stakeholder who was present in the meetings and how he made it difficult for you to carry on with your work. But never ever point out to anybody, never just take any names or name the company or anything like that in your interviews. That would leave a negative impact. If you have any other examples where you handle difficult stakeholders or you want to discuss the answers in detail, you can definitely leave that in the comment section and we can get in touch and we can discuss that. And please hit the like button and help us grow. We are really trying to bring good content to you, which can help you become a better BA, a better Salesforce professional. So please help us grow. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.